Working with images in Pages on the iPad is very easy and very intuitive. I'm just going to scroll down. Here is a picture that was in here by default because I chose this as a template. If I want to swap this picture out, I have two different options. Once, I could tap on it once, and you'll notice it gives me the options to cut, copy, delete, and replace. I could just select replace here. Or if you ever see this icon down here that looks like a picture, you could just touch that, and it will automatically open up your sections where you have photos stored. Right here it shows my camera roll, so I'm going to select my camera roll, and I have one picture in there, and that is of the Middletown Area School District Administrative Office sign. So now that picture is in there. To work with this picture, I can now touch in the corner where the little handle is, a little blue dot, and I can resize it from here. Notice what happens to my text when I size it. The text will automatically move out of the way to help with the formatting. So as I move this up, I can leave it here. If I hold my finger on the picture, I can now move that picture around. Again, the second I touch some text with it, it'll move the text, so it bumps it out of the way. Makes it very easy for formatting. You'll notice that it shows there's a yellow line there. That indicates that I have it centered on the page. And I can also take two fingers and I can rotate the image. Some additional things I could do with images, now that I have it selected, I could go up to the Format Painter, and that's that paintbrush in the top right-hand corner. From here, I could choose my style, and I can make it look like a photograph with slightly curved edges, or I could give it a little bit of reflection, or make it look like it should be in a photo album, so you have some choices there. Depending on what style I select here, if I go down and touch where it says Style Options, that will allow me to change the border. I could change the scale of that border so I can make it thicker or thinner. I can also change the lines that are around it. Notice that made that fancy border I had go away, but I could go in and add some of these different sections. I could also go back to where it says Effects, and I could add shadows to it. And from here I could customize. I could add my own reflection if I want. And I could change the opacity, meaning now it's semi-transparent and things behind it will show through. So it gives you a couple of options of what you can do. From here I could also choose to arrange. Say I have multiple images on my page here. I can move this picture front or back so that way the text or other pictures would be able to be on top of it, so it looks almost like I put real pictures, real photographs on top of each other and they will layer. I could also flip it vertically or horizontally if I need to move it around. And also from this point, I can also do what's called masking, and masking allows you to do some cropping with that image. Down towards the bottom here, it gives me the option to wrap, and I could do automatic wrapping, and notice in the little image here, it shows me what that'll look like. I could do around, so it'll actually be tighter to your image, or the default that I have in here right now is above and below. I can have it move with the text, and I could also allow extra space kind of as a cushion for where the text, how close it gets to my actual picture. So those are just a few of the ways that you can work with the images. Say you want to add an image from scratch. All I have to do, and I'm going to go down to a more open section of my document, I'm just going to touch on here, and it thinks I'm going to be writing, so I want to give it a little bit of space, so I'm going to hit return. Notice it automatically made my next page. I'm going to touch the plus sign up here, and that will allow me to add my media, and I'm going to insert the picture so I can put my picture in again. Once I do that, I have all of those options available that we just talked about. So it's really easy and very intuitive to put in your pictures and to move them around.